Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this trending hobo bag, and I added a bow to mine, and I also added a spacing for a long strap. So if this is something you'd like to see, please stay tuned to the channel and let's go straight into the tutorial of the day. So guys, first things first is to draft out our pattern. So I'm using a cardboard paper here for my pattern drafting, and my cardboard paper measures 24 inches. It's 24 inches in length, and I have 14 inches in width. So the wideness is 14 inches while the longness is 24 inches. So I'm going to be folding it into two equal halves like this. Then I'm going to be folding it into another two again. So in a nutshell, I have 4 folds. So I have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that is the 4 folds. So what I'm going to be doing now is I am going to be drafting out the measurements of my bag. So from the open part, I'm going to be measuring 6 inches from the open part of the cardboard paper. I'm going to be measuring 6 inches. I'll connect my lines like this. After I connect my lines, this from this side open end. Now from this other open end, I am going to be measuring. Make sure your paper is well aligned so that it will not have any, it will not come out wrong. Okay, so I'm going to be measuring 2 inches this way from the folded part, then 1.5 inches that way. Okay, so this is what it will now look like when so this is 2 inches, this is 1.5 inches, that is to say, and this is 2 inches as well. So 2 inches at this top, and after my marking I measure 1.5 inches, so it's going to come out slant like this. You see this slant? That's how it's going to come out. It's going to come out slant like this. Okay, now from this part I'm going to be measuring 3 inches. Then from this other part I'm going to be measuring 2.5 inches. Then from the midpoint I'm going to be measuring 1.5 inches. So that is what I am going to be using to actually make my curve. Okay, if you don't know how to make your curve with your free hand, you could actually look for a round something. So I'm just using a plate as an illustration. Then you would place it on the marked spots, then you would just drag it like this. Okay, so this is just me retracing it so that it's come out well. So after we're done with that, make sure you arrange your paper nicely. Then you are just going to follow your marked point to actually cut out your piece. So guys, after you cut everything out, this is what it should look like. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to trace it out on the fabric you want to work on. So I'm using this plain black synthetic leather for the project, so I'm just going to be placing it and I'm just going to be drafting it out. Thank you guys for tuning in to the channel once again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. I love you and God bless you. And if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome to this amazing channel. In this channel, I teach bag making tutorials. So from tote bags to laptop bags, lunch bags, school bags, fashion bags, trendy bags, old model bags, padded works, gum work. If all this channel is all about that. So if you're a fashion lover just like me, or you're a bag maker just like me, then click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorials, because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. So after I draft it out, the next thing I went ahead and do is to make a knot so that I would use that as a guide to where I'm going to be fixing my zipper. So that fabric I measured is actually the bottom piece, and it's measured 5 inches by 8.5 inches. So I am just going to be placing my zipper from the notch part. I will sew it following the shape of the design. So I'm going to do it like this. You see, I've already fixed them both. Then after I was done stitching, I will now place my lining on top. This is to make sure my my zipper is well placed and it's well aligned as well. So if you do it this way, you are sure that your zipper is not going to hook after you're done with the project. So after we're done with the sewing, we are just going to use strategy to actually turn the bag inside out. Yes, we are just going to use strategy. So this is just me using strategy to turn my bag to the right side. So after I was done with that, this is what it would look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to arrange it nicely. Then I'm going to give it a top stitch so that my zipper will relax properly. Okay, so I'll just give it a top stitch so that my zipper will relax properly. So after I give it a top stitch, this is what it actually looks like. So now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to make a marking for my long strap holder. Okay, so I'm going to be measuring 5 inches from the middle. Then I'm going to be getting a fabric that is 1 inches in width and 2.5 inches in length. That I'll be putting my square ring like this. Then I'll be placing it after that 5 inches measurement like this. So I'm going to be sewing it following the shape that I gave to the fabric. Is you can give the fabric any shape of choice. So after we're done with that, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is to sew our bag. So you are going to be raising the lining like this. If you do it like this, your work is going to come out neat and there's not going to be any rough stitches inside your bag. Okay, if you sew your bag like this, raising the lining. So after you're done with that, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to open your stitch into two like this and top stitch it on both sides. Okay, that's how you're going to do it, so that it will have this beautiful feel in front. It looks like a beautiful design anyway. So after we're done with that, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do now is to arrange it nicely and make our notches on both eye ends like this, so that we'll use it as a guide to sew our bottom. Okay, so I'm going to be making a notch on my bottom as well, so that I will know where to start and also where to finish. So I'm going to be making a notch in 4 sides. Okay, in 4 sides, so that I will not make any mistake when I am sewing. So this is how you are going to be sewing it. You sew it this way straight first, you sew it this way straight. So after you sew it, then you go ahead and just top stitch it first. Okay, you top stitch it first before you now sew the second side and also top stitch it as well. This is because I want it to have this kind of outside stitch feel. Okay, so when you top stitch it both sides, this is what it should look like. Then you go ahead and cover the remaining part. Then you also repeat the same process to the lining. This time around, you're not going to be top stitching the lining. Okay, so if you want the bottom of the bag to be strong, make sure you are using the fabric for the bottom of the lining. Okay, now make sure while you're stitching you leave an opening that you're going to use to turn your bag inside out. So this is just me trying to turn my bag inside out. So it's kind of tricky, but make sure you are being careful so that your work will not unravel. Okay, so after you're done with that, you're just going to give that opening a top stitch, then you turn your bag inside out. After you're done with that, the next thing is to just put your runners. Okay, so after you put your runner, this is what your bag should look like. Now what is next is to cover the opening. Okay, is to cover the opening at this top so that your runner will not fall out. Okay, so I just cut out a piece. I did not actually measure the piece, I just cut it out, so something that is enough, not too big, not too small, that will cover that opening, so that when I zip my zip all the way, it's not going to remove. Okay, so that is that about the actual bag. Now for the bow, I really didn't show a tutorial on this video on how to make this kind of bow. This is because I have a dedicated tutorial already that I explain how to actually make this kind of bow, and I'm going to be dropping the link in the description box. Okay, I made my own bow with a two-faced leather, so if you are interested in this kind of bow, you can check in the description box for the link on how to actually make this bow. So after I was done with that, the next thing I was doing was to just put in fabrics inside so that I would use it as a guide to put my bow, and I am using a super glue to join the pieces together. So having done that, that's basically everything about this tutorial, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you learned one or two from this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. It actually means a lot to me. It actually tells YouTube that we are doing something great here, and it will help share this channel to other people who might be in need of it. And don't forget to say something nice in the comment section if you learned one or two from this tutorial. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Like I said, it's very important. Don't forget to subscribe, it's important as well. Don't forget to share this channel with your loved ones. And having said that, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye for now.